We have lived with them.
We have overcome them. So we wanted to share with you some things so that you can minimize or be proactive.
Or maximize by being proactive.
It's Wednesday, WTF Wednesday. That's not to say there were not glitches, and there are still glitches happening.
Welcome to WTF Wednesday, where every week
we talk about stupid that we've encountered that you should try to avoid.
So let's get started. The top 5 mistakes business owners make. Okay, go. Engaging the wrong professionals.
Is this thing on?
Hey, do you remember when we got that phone call a couple of weeks ago from a prospective client? He was referred by a CPA we know very well,
Yes.
that we actually refer a lot of people to.
Yes, he had to hire a new CPA, which means he had to fire the old CPA. So why did he have to fire the old CPA, Trev?
Not returning phone calls, inaccessible, not managing expectations on tasks.
This goes back to mistake number one, where you don't have the standards in place on what's the response time when you have a customer call or a new business prospect call. What's the response time? Do you just when you get to it?
And are you creating that standard out of the gate when you engage somebody new? A CPA, an attorney, a financing professional, any number of people that you're going to rely on outside your business for professional guidance, professional advice.
Another mistake I've experienced is hiring the wrong consultant. I didn't check his background thoroughly enough to find out that his business consulting background was sparse at best.
Sparse?
And
You're being very
his
kind.
background was in theater, which is great if you want to perpetuate whatever drama's happening that you had to hire them in the first place.
Well, I guess, in any given meeting where he's giving you business advice, he could quote Shakespeare and make it sound really genuine. To be or not to be. We see it all the time. We hear these complaints from folks. And the other side of it is when we encourage somebody to use one of the professionals in our network, our resource network, we get calls and compliments. We just heard it from a restaurant owner at dinner last week. He said, "Thank you for introducing me to that attorney. She is the greatest attorney
I feel like she's been my best friend forever." All our mistakes actually are intertwined. You have to have a system in place, a process on how you're going to engage with them. There's the gut reaction, of course, and that I'm not taking away from the intuition as a process. You need to have processes in place. And let me just say this, and this is really important, because when that relationship goes sideways, if you take nothing else out of this particular segment of this mistake, you need to have the courageous conversations when things aren't going well. And you need to have that confidence to have the courageous conversations.
Linda loves alliteration.
This isn't working out. Can we just and then you go your separate ways?
People, where they find these professionals, how they were connected with the professionals. So just to go back to my experience as a mortgage banker for 30 years helping first-time buyers, speaking to the first-time buyer about their attorney. First purchase of a house in their life, biggest thing they're going to do financial, your attorney. Oh yes, it's my cousin's nephew's sister's brother-in-law's cousin. And he just graduated law school last week. Wait, what?
Well, this happened.
Where are you getting these people from?
This happened with a client. He had his wife's brother's nephew or son or something, and everything was a mess.
We got the tax returns, and I looked at the tax returns, and I called him up, and he's doing a lot of gross revenue every year. I said, "Why is your tax return filed?" "Oh, I don't know. My mother-in-law does that." The other last point on professionals, as Linda mentioned, standards. When you know your standards, create an expectation out of the gate. When you are engaging with your professional, set some standards. Listen, Harold, I don't expect you to call me back in 30 seconds, but a reasonable response time. Or if you're working on a project for me to prepare a legal document or a tax return or whatever, if you say it's going to be done in 2 days, it should be 2 days. Please don't misstate.
Was managing expectations a bullet point in this? I'm not sure, but it should be.
Bullet points are right here.
There is nothing wrong with you having expectations, and there's nothing wrong with you sharing those expectations and then being disappointed when it's not delivered. But you have to, again, have those courageous conversations.
I'm just taking a drink of water. You blushing. I
That's-
think you're having a hot flash.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it.
Water is a natural air conditioner. Okay, so
Okay.
we move next into our favorite section.
We hope that this was helpful. If there's anything that you found useful or not useful and just need to vent about it because you got nothing out of this, you can reach us at curious@auroraconsulting.biz.
I'm Trevor,
I'm Linda Ray.
and we are
Aurora Consulting. Financing solutions for your business success story.